And we're live. And on the right camera. Welcome to the MailleWerX Chainmail Livestream. My name's Sean. I run MailleWerX.com, where you can find all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory desires. Almost got it right that time. Didn't trip over it. Alright. So I'm down. That is all that remains of one of the mini bags of black anodized aluminum rings I ordered from the Ring Lord. If you see smoke, I'm not on fire. I was vaping. Excuse me. Alright, let me check this out. Right. I've got a bunch of the black in. Right, so I gotta do up here. Some stuff over this way, but like all down here, all the black's in, and it's just perfect. I'm really digging it. Happy that I made that decision, so I can feel better about moving forward. The only thing that won't be perfect is that, like, the green rings don't match, right? But in the end, it's just gonna go up on my wall, and I'm not gonna care. Come on. So, how was everyone's day? How you doing? What's going on? How was your Thursday? I had an interesting interaction just a little bit ago. I was doom scrolling on TikTok, and I came across a woman's post, and she posted that she only makes 2 styles of paintings, and she posted a couple of birds and sparrows and a chicken, and then all of a sudden there were these really weird photos, and one of them was Shrek as what's the little love guy with the arrow? Okay, it comes around every Valentine's Day, shoots people with an arrow, and they fall in love, right? Whatever his name is. So it was Shrek as that with like a dove in his crotch. Okay, it was really funny. And there's a group on Facebook called the United Church of Shrek, and all they do is Cupid, thank you. All they do in the United Church of Shrek is post funny Shrek memes, and so I posted on her. I let her know on TikTok that, you know, there's this group on there, and then she goes over to Facebook and posts, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 more fantastic Shrek prints that she has for sale. She paints them, you know, and then makes prints for them. And it was great. It was, let's see here. There was Shrek as Santa. Shrek as another version of Shrek as Cupid. And, you know, it was just nice to see somebody take action on something you recommended to them. How you doing, Peg? How's it going? You're in love with your new contact staff? It's so perfectly balanced it almost spins itself? Yeah, I saw your video the other night. Alright. I think if I tried to do that, I would hurt myself. But you're moving around with those things pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to go back and I'm going to take a look at her Etsy shop and add it to my list of desires. All right. Come on. There we go. Oh my gosh, my kid will not stay in bed tonight. Okay. So, I fought with Google and Apple today. That was a quickie just to show it off, and that was the first time you pulled a Steve move from an overhand spin. Okay. Is Steve a person? Or is that like the name of the item? You're going to have to put Velcro on his jammies in the sheets? Yeah. Just duct tape him to the bed. I told him for every minute he stays up, he's going to bed that much earlier the next night. And tomorrow's Friday, and normally he gets to stay up till 10. So he's going to be real mad at himself when I put him to bed at 7:07. So he was supposed to be in bed at 8 o'clock. The Steve is a move where you start with the staff in one hand, roll it down your arm, across the back of the neck, and then back up the other arm. Nice. So it's a move. Right on. So how long have you been practicing with those? That it seems like it would take quite a bit of developed skill to do that, so it's not just something you roll up and do. Started spinning things in October of last year? Okay. Yeah, so I think that I got everything resubmitted to Google correctly. And then something is going on with Apple where I cannot submit. I have a setting wrong somewhere. And so I deleted everything I had done and am waiting to hear back from Apple about getting it all taken care of. You have time in the evening to do drills now you don't have a partner to entertain at night? It's always nice to have free time to pursue the things you enjoy doing. That's what I was doing today as I waited for Apple to get back to me. I worked on the Finnegan's Wake inlay and put a bunch of black rings in. Then I went and cleaned house a little bit. I have a TV stand that was been down here in the basement for forever, and I finally got it upstairs. It was put down here when we moved in. I was not home when our stuff was unloaded, and so I would not have put that in the basement, but I managed to get it up the stairs, so I'm pretty happy about that. I did find that it had some water damage on it though. Our fridge last year? No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago around this time of year, walked downstairs and the ground was wet in the basement, and our fridge was pouring water out the back. The front of the fridge where you go to fill up your water on the fridge door, that had never worked since we moved in, and the plastic cord that went from the water line to the fridge had dry rotted. So it got a bunch of water down the back wall of where the fridge sits down to the basement. Okay, this music sucks. Thumbs down. Go away. There. So one of us walked down there and found the water. And that just so happens to be where this TV stand was sitting. And apparently I didn't clean it up well enough for it to get dried off. So, but it's in, you know, decent condition. I've had the TV stand for like 15 years, and I just put it in my son's. He's got a toy room that will eventually be used for, I don't know, an adult office. Not by me. Kind of slowly but surely getting rid of. I'm not going to add any more to the stuff that's in there. Well, that's a lie, because I put the TV stand in there so I could put a TV in there for him. I don't want him to have his own TV upstairs. Well, he has it. Okay. I don't want him to play video games upstairs in his room, because I want to hear his conversations with his gamer friends. Because I'm, you know, an overly concerned parent about who he interacts with online. Actually, you know what? I don't think you can be overly concerned about that. So, I want him downstairs on the main floor when he plays games during the evenings, because that is where the family is hanging out and he can be easily monitored. So I'm going to put a TV in his room. But I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff that's in there that he doesn't play with anymore. I'm just going to load up the truck with a bunch of his stuff, and we've got a friend with a small daughter that could use most of it. It's a smart move. Got to keep tabs on what kids are doing online. Lots of creepers out there. So there was an interesting post in the Chainmail group earlier. Someone posted some rub-off from a bracelet. And I had just asked that, you know, what the material was. It was bright aluminum. And I was like, okay, well, I think they just oxidize quickly. And that's just the rub-off. And someone, I don't know who it was, but someone, no, you are. I'm aluminum oxidization. Someone posted in the comments that aluminum can't oxidize. I was like, hold the phone. I didn't say anything. I'm not, you know, okay, if aluminum can't oxidize in your world, who am I to say differently? Right? But I was like, wait, no. That's not how metals work. And I don't know if it's, you know, oxidizing or tarnishing, or, you know, what the specific differences are that would make his arm turn black like that. Like, if you sweat all over a bracelet, you know, and it has a chemical reaction with the oxidization of the aluminum, yeah, that could probably leave a black stain on your on your body. Yeah, it seemed like fairly new to chainmail. I just thought it was funny. Yeah, and some people react differently with metal. Some people don't have a problem, and some people do. So, some people can only wear gold and silver. Some people can only wear gold. I don't know. I don't make jewelry out of aluminum for that reason. Anyway, I just, you know, I had to double check when someone said aluminum can't oxidize. And I read an article that it says it oxidizes more quickly than steel. I was like, okay, that sounds right. All right. So I did some thinking. Your ears are really sensitive, but the rest of you tolerates other metals. It's interesting. Yeah, I've never had a problem except with like base metal necklaces turning my neck green or something. Never had a problem that I'm aware of. I say that, my arm starts itching. All right. I don't know. Outside of some of the rings Wally from Chain Reaction sent me, right? I don't have any aluminum that I'm planning on using for anything, right? I will probably continue to make jelly cubes out of these rings because it's perfect ring size. I would like to use some anodized aluminum for some of them at some point. It's psychosomatic. Like, I have a bunch of anodized stretchy bracelets that I made years ago that I was just using them up to get rid of them. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Just double checking, making sure I'm doing the right thing here. It's all in your head. And then, of course, inlays, use anodized aluminum for that. I don't know. I don't have any plans for inlays after I finish the Finnegan's Wake one. Unless something comes up that, you know, is really challenging. I screwed up the inlay process so bad, I'm kind of scarred from being tempted to do it again. So we'll see, but I really don't see a need for aluminum in my future. I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon. I just prefer steel, titanium, silver. I've never worked with gold. I won't work with gold fill. That just doesn't seem like, I don't know. But now that I've got the sparkle welder, which I have not had time to set up and play with, JCash669, it's going well. How you doing? Now that I got the sparkle welder, some of the stuff I want to do in chainmail with precious metals is, you know, more feasible now. So we'll see. By the time I'm done with all this stuff up here, hopefully the price of gold will have come down. I know it's been running up with everything that's been going on in the world lately. Price of silver too. All my, I've got a friend who does, she makes stamps for silver plates, or makes silver plates by stamping them, something. She's one of the people that I want to interview and, you know, ask her about her art and her process, and really nice lady. I know that her and her group were complaining about the price of silver the other day. Trying your hand at a bishop's mantle? Nice. Are you using seams or contractions or different ring sizes? What are you doing to get it to fit? I've never made a bishop's mantle, but there's a lot of stuff I've never made. Maybe one day. I made 3 shirts and 1 coif successfully so far. I could probably give a bishop's mantle a try. What is the seams seem to be the easiest for you? Yeah, me too. I could do seams and I could do different size rings, right? Like do a graduation from the neck outwards. But I could not do contractions. I've never understood how it was done to like form fit to the individual. I have no idea how to do it on myself. Ow, ow, stabbed myself. Oh, you know what? I need to write something down. Well, I'm thinking about it, because we all know if I don't write it down while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Okay, there's that. And then there was one other thing. It's oh man. Okay, it'll come back to me. Sorry. There are improvements I want to continue to do to the stream, and one of them is whenever you say a word, you can make something pop up. So I want to figure out how to do that. And then what was the other? Oh, I know what it was. Room. Okay. One was you say a word like subscribe, and a subscribe image pops up. Or you say, I don't know, pirate, and a pirate flag pops up or something. That'd be cool. I should definitely do pirate. Anyway, trying to make the stream a little bit more enjoyable. Hey Barb, how you doing? And I know that I have people watching on Twitch and people watching on Facebook right now, and I heard about a feature that puts all the chats through to each other, but I don't know what platforms it works on. Right? You're doing okay? That's good to hear. I'm glad you were doing okay. I think that if I did that, then like people on Twitch could see people on Facebook, but people on Facebook probably still couldn't see people on Twitch. This little multi-chat thing, multi-chat tool. That's my assumption. I haven't looked into it, but I know that it exists. So at some point I will try and add these things, because they are features that I thought were cool that people would enjoy. So I am not gifted at using Twitch or Streamlabs or what do you call it? Knowing what is entertaining to do on stream for viewers, but those two things kind of seemed like no-brainers. So, and I'm also not gifted at figuring out how to set all that stuff up. So, you go get to see your puppy tomorrow, so you're not so grumpy. Are you getting a puppy, or are you just gonna go visit a puppy? Right, and so far, I've got my ideas for the stream are a voice changer to make my voice really deep or really high, and which I guess I could just do myself. Some sound effects. I know that when certain words are typed, you can get a sound effect or have a pop-up when someone says something. You can make like custom orders in the chat, and they'll pop up on Twitch. I don't think they pop up on Facebook. I don't know, but anyway, how to set and maintain all of that, I need a guide. There's got to be like people who help set up professional looking stream accounts. I do want to get 2 lights behind me. Like 2 neon lights behind my head to mount to the wall. And one of them is going to be one of them I just want to be a skull and crossbones, and then the other one is a sign that they use when you're on like a TV set or something, and it says, what the hell does it say? On air is what it says. Buy a couple of lightsabers for your lights. Maybe. Just need some backlights. Make behind me a little bit more ambient. You know? Yeah, an on-air sign. Hey Chris, how you doing? I'm not in a hurry to get those things. I just think that they would be a good addition to the stream. Oh, you know what, actually? Okay, I wrote that down because I just thought of something that I needed to do. Chris, underside, neon light skull. Turn button. No. There was something. I was looking at this, and then what happened? Oh. I wanted to add a rotating logo in this corner, right? And just have MailleWerX spinning around, and then over here, right? Make this just larger. Just jumped over from Twitch, was missing out on the chat. Ah, okay. Alright. Well, thank you for being here. One day I will... I've heard rumor of a way to get all the chats in tandem. Get them all going together. I don't know how it works. But anyway, those are just some of the things that I think would make the stream a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more professional, you know, a little bit more fun, and kind of get it from watching other people do what they do, and then steal their ideas and claim it as my own. Alright, come on. Go in your home. Few Twitches you follow have all the chats tied in. It's pretty cool. Okay, see, I was fairly certain it could be done. I just got to figure out how to set it up. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Found the gravity. Again, if you're going to be streaming on more than one platform, it's kind of a must to have, really. So once I get the MailleWerX app up and running, I can focus on the stream. It'll probably only take me, you know, an hour, maybe 2 to get it all set up, but once that's done, then I will figure that out. Come on. You know, I appreciate all of you being here and hanging out with me, and I want you to have the most enjoyable time possible. You know, and since we just got new lights and new cameras, why don't we add some software to it? Oh, my dog is barking at something. Probably a burglar. If I die, I'll miss you guys. Oh god. So I don't know if you guys watch the stock market at all, but ever since St. Patrick's Day, the stock market has come... It's shot up a lot. And I have a few stock purchases that I'm watching that have... I lost a little bit for a couple months, and I just waited and held on to them, and now they are coming back around. So I am excited. You're just here for the giveaways? I haven't had a giveaway, and considering this is episode 200, I think I did a giveaway on episode 100. I wasn't planning on doing... Should I do another giveaway? Actually, the person who won that actually just got their item sent the other day. One day I will be able to do more giveaways. That'll be fun. But I've kind of, you know, I've hitched my wagon to this chainmail thing. So once it starts working, once I figure out how to get it working, to where it's at least supporting itself, then we can probably do more giveaways then. Yes, you're giving us your company and companionship. Ah, okay. Well, I do appreciate you being here. So, if me doing this brightens anyone's day, helps them out with their chainmail, introduces someone to the hobby, that's all I really wanted to begin with. Made a new mailer yesterday, only been at it since November. Nice. That's cool. I haven't been outside to do anything except go to the gas station, the grocery store, and pick up my son. And since the beginning of March, really. It's like I've literally been down here every day since I became no longer employed. You love meeting new mailers? Me too. And here's why, right? Every time I've ever met someone new, they've always done something that I do differently than the way I do it. And not in a they're doing it wrong sort of way. But they just used a different method to accomplish the same task as I did, right? So it's always interesting to see what solutions other people have come up with. They always try different weaves and they make something different out of it. And a lot of the times it's not something I would have ever done. A lot of people have, I don't want to say they think differently than me, but they will try something that I will never think of, right? So it's always cool to see other people's stuff and how they get stuff done. Like, I'd never seen Fireworm in person until I bought a Get Back Whip from Greg from Masterlink's Maille. He was at a motorcycle swap meet. I was like, I'd go for a ride. He's about an hour, 15 minutes away, and I hopped on the bike and drove down there. Hung out with him and his wife for a little bit. He had a lot of stuff that he did differently than me, you know? I have made Byzantine in 18 gauge 3/16, so I've seen that before, but I had never seen it in, say, I don't know, like 18 gauge 19/32, right? So just the different ring sizes, it's enough to go, and because you get a feel for your own stuff, and you know what it looks like and how you like to do things, and then you see it done by someone else and you're like, oh, okay. All right. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I do two rows on top of here, and everything will be matched up correctly. You have a girl on your high school route that's going to try her hand at Maille over spring break? Nice. Yeah, my kid's spring break is next week. We've got 2 museum visits scheduled during the week, and it's just gonna be me and him. So I am going to have to try to be watching a kid and work at the same time. So we'll see how that goes next week. I've got a I want to start bringing in money as quickly as possible because, you know, I've got some money saved up and I don't want to burn through it all. But it's what I'm using to get me from having worked a job for the last 25 years to being out on my own. So, need that to happen sooner rather than later. Soon. But he's pretty good about, you know, riding his mind on TV and YouTube and video games, so I should just be able to take the computer upstairs and let him do his thing and, you know, take him to the park or whatever. I'm hoping he and I built this little helicopter kit together, and I know the next one is coming up soon. I'm hoping that comes in the mail here pretty quickly so that he and I can spend some time together building that. So that'll be a fun thing to do over spring break. I think the next item they send, it's like a monthly subscription. So the first one's a helicopter. I think the next one is a catapult. Speaking of catapults, I think his name is Jason. Jason over at Nightly Creations. Had these little laser cut. All right, Barb, have a good night. Had these little laser cut catapults that he posted today. I didn't get a chance to hang out with him while he was streaming, but I did see some itty bitty little catapults on there, and those looked like fun. I tried to make a catapult when I was a kid. I didn't have anyone's help. I just had this like arm off of a desk, off a wooden desk, that I, for some reason, thought I could turn into a catapult, and I never got anywhere with it. I did not end up making a catapult, but I tried. I was probably my son's age. So yeah, we got museum appointment. Two different museums, one on Wednesday and one on Friday. And then I'm gonna call his grandma and be like, "Hey, you want to take him Friday night?" Because, you know, oh, and maybe I'll do a day during the week, like Thursday. and go hang out with me at the museum on Wednesday. Go to Grandma's on Thursday. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Might even call his aunt and be like, hey, let me dump my kid onto you. I don't know. Her kids are in college, so I don't know when their spring break is. If they're home, I might call her, send him over there to play with his cousins, because they need family time. Couple of days at the park. I don't know. Should have a good time. Good spring break. It's gonna be. I don't know how much time we're gonna get at the park because it's going to be crappy all week. So, but it is warming up, and it's been raining all week here. It was even snowing today, but it was really just making everything muddy. And then, you guys remember when I was talking about Odd Job Larry and how no one at the company was named Larry? So we got our estimate back, and it was that they couldn't do the job. So they're going to send out someone else. Or they recommended us to someone else. So we're going to talk with them, and the guy's an electrician. So I think that we'll do a camera install, and then have one of the outlets here in the basement and one in the garage switched over to 220. Which I have been told is a fairly simple thing to do, but I know when I'm out of my I know when I'm out of my element, right? Converting something from 110 to 220 is not something I'm going to do. So I know what I'm capable of. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to meet up with him soon. I know a lot of independent contractors don't like small jobs right now because they just don't pay enough. You know. But I want to get the 220 in the basement so that we can put a kiln in there. And what I'm gonna do is I've got a fridge in the laundry room. I want to move that back upstairs, and I'm in the basement. I got it down here by myself, but I feel accomplished having got that TV stand upstairs, but I'm not going to tackle a fridge by myself. So we'll see. that way, Renee will have a place to store and make pottery, and a kiln to fire it in. And I don't have to tear down I don't have to redo the basement for that. I can just get that going now. I think we're in mud season now, but it could be spring and deception with the cold coming in this weekend. Yeah. Yeah, all I know is that I haven't, I don't know, Wisconsin Falls are kind of nice. Wisconsin Falls are kind of nice. Where I'm at, the humidity is like 100% during the summer. And it's like living in Louisiana all over again. And okay, so the wind blows all fall, winter, all spring, and then it just disappears in the summertime. And I'm always getting, during the fall, winter, and spring, I'm always getting really cold breezes off the lake, or really cold breezes coming down from Canada off the jet stream, right? And in the summertime, it just stops, and it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. And there's no air, and it's humid. So I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. If I was closer to the lake, I think it would be a little bit better. But I'm about 2 miles from Lake Michigan, and for some reason there's just, I mean, there's the occasional cool breeze, but most of the time the air is just dead. Okay, yeah. Had to count my rows. Finish up this one and then do one more layer on top, and then this is done. And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at the Shrek paintings by that lady I met on TikTok who paints Shrek photos or Shrek images of him dressed up as Santa and Cupid. And I'm gonna debate getting one. There's another artist I follow who did this skull and honeycomb and bees piece. And where I ended up putting it up, it's in my basement, but it's kind of hidden. But it's a really cool piece. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm not big into art, right? Because chainmail is an art form. And I do a lot of this. Huh. Maybe I am more into art than I thought I was. But like fan art, so it's cool. There. So I've got 2 wood pieces over there. 2 24 by 36 poster frames that I need to put up on the wall. And I have a couple, they're like garage signs, you know. One's a sign that says, "A man only needs 2 tools in life, duct tape and WD-40. If it moves and it shouldn't, use duct tape. If it should move and it doesn't, use WD-40, right?" That was a gift. I have like a Harley Davidson dog. And those are all gifts and stuff. I've never bought much art. But the one of the wood pieces is a pen drawing of a real early, like the first Harley motorcycle. It's on a couple planks of wood. So I like that one. Where am I working here? There we go. And then the other wood piece I have is this pirate lady I want to put somewhere. And then I have like I have one of my chainmail puzzles up on the wall. Would like to get more of those up. But, you know, that's... Never really bought art. And then, okay, so I've been talking about buying art, and we have Peg's Famous Ducks that I wanted to get as well. I did buy a piece from Josh Bracken. And I want more stuff from other chainmail artists, so... Did anyone see that, like, treasure chest looking chainmail piece that someone did? Forget who did that. I reposted it the other day. That thing was so cool. Yes, famous. I think your ducks are famous. Don't tell the ducks that they're famous. They'll get it. It'll go to their heads. That's funny. You saw the treasure chest? Where are you going? Yeah, that's a totally cool project. Like, I want to own that. Unfortunately, I don't have a job, so... And I don't think it's for sale either, but... You want to build one of your own? See, there's fun in doing that. And there's fun in getting inspired by other people and trying something. You know, maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. I don't need another project right now, so. And I guess it all depends on what you prefer. There was a guy who made a giant chainmail Harley Davidson flag for his garage out of anodized aluminum, and it was very big, and I asked him how much, and I forget how much he said, but it was a reasonable price for what he had made, and I would rather have what he made than make one myself, because I know I can make one myself. Maybe I'll do that inlay. I don't know. But it would have been really nice to own the one he made. But it seemed like a labor of love for him to have done it. He wasn't really interested in parting with it. And then Rick Smith made a scale mail lamp, I think it was him, a while back, of like the clear plastic scales that he got from somewhere. And I wanted that too. I can make one. I have 2 scale mail lamps. They're cool. I want more. And one with clear plastic scales on it? Hell yeah. Like, yeah, I can make it myself, but fucking... Who wants to do that much work on a project? Jeez. Feel the same way about the Frankfurter inlay? It will be on your wall forever. You can't see selling it? Yeah. Yup. Yeah. I mean, if all the rings matched in the Finnegan's Wake inlay, right? And it was, and if I had mapped it out and if it didn't have as many, I don't know, like discrepancies in it from what the actual picture is, right? I would sell it to the owners of the bar that, you know, Finnegan's Wake, for the right price, but I don't think I'd sell it to anybody else. Yeah. Because I don't know, I would feel pretty proud to have that piece hanging up in their bar. And there's a couple other pieces that, I don't know, I wouldn't part with, you know, but Most of it for the right price. It's like, yeah, that's what I made it for. What did I just do? I did something stupid just now. That was dumb. Dumb. Okay, because now I gotta go through this ring, and then this ring, and then this ring. Why did I do that? See here. Like, I don't know, my 44-ounce beer stein, right? I got a 44-ounce beer stein wrapped in chainmail. It's one of my very early projects. I'll never sell that. I say that, but like, I don't know. You got $1 million? Okay, maybe, because then I can just make another one, right? I don't want to, but I could. That was just one of my very first, very large projects. Oh, shit. I don't know. It's fun to make stuff, and it's fun owning stuff that other people have made. Especially when I want to do something like that, but I don't want to do it myself. I figure I probably know most of the active chainmail artists in the world on some level. I don't need to learn everything there is to know about chainmail, right? I can just get something from someone and support them like a good friend. And then I'll have a cool art piece in my swamp down here. Where the hell am I even working? There we go. Oh. Like John does all those captures. So I have tried one capture, and that came in a kit, and I don't really know. Okay, you know what? That's not true. No, that wasn't a capture. That doesn't fucking count. I don't want to sit there and figure out all the sizes, you know, that will and won't work. I'll just buy a tutorial and a kit. which I should buy more of. I should buy more of those too. I don't know. I'd have to go looking at the tutorials. Because I'm kind of torn. Like, I want to be supportive on some of the stuff, but some of the stuff I'm like, I don't have anywhere to wear that. So I'm not going to make it. I don't know. I should go look for interesting tutorials on stuff that I would like to make with kits. I'm not trying to piecemeal together rings. The same way, if you want to capture an object, you'll go find someone else's tutorial. You're happy to support the two tutorial writers. Yeah, happily. Like I said, I should do more of those, but one day I'll get there. Excuse me. Go build a famous duck? No, no, no. Well, I can do that. I should do that. As well as buy a duck. That way, they're not lonely ducks. They'll be a pair. Ooh, so tomorrow I've got my last VA appointment on my initial evaluation. The appointments I got 2 weeks ago are not, the results are not in. I have not gotten anything back from the VA for that, so I don't know what's going on yet. I'm hoping for the best results possible because what I get from the VA will help compensate unemployment, and I can continue to work on my dream without having to go like work at McDonald's or something. So, cross fingers, I hope tomorrow goes well. I've got to drive to McHenry, which is like an hour and a half away. So, essentially, once I get up in the morning and take my kid to school, I'm leaving from his school to get there. And then that appointment, let's see here, what time? It's by 11. I won't be back until like 12:30, 1 o'clock, so that basically takes up my whole day as far as my ability to work on stuff. Because once I get back, about an hour later, hour and a half, I'll leave to go pick up my kid, and then so tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. But that'll be it. Then I can go and I can sign up to get a doctor at the VA, and at least that way I am covered if I need emergency services or, you know, have to go be seen by a doctor. I'm not a big proponent of the VA, because I've seen other people who have dealt with them and what has gone on with them. So I know that it can get nasty working with them. But it's not nothing, and that's all I need is not nothing. So I need someone to go and prescribe me my blood pressure meds and my inhalers and then call it a day. Someone to be there if there's an emergency, and that's about it, you know? Oh, I missed a ring. Let's see here. I wonder that looked funny. Alright, yeah, okay, that was correct. Yeah, so wish me luck tomorrow. If that falls through, right, because I'm not, if getting any money from the VA falls through, I still have some unemployment, right, that'll last me a couple months, but having some disability pay from the VA would make it so much easier and so much less stressful. I think a big part of my problem is that I have a challenge in proving service-connected disabilities because I've been out of the military for 12 years. So I should have done this right when I got out, but they don't care in the Army. In every other branch, there is a process when you leave the military that you go through to get all your stuff claimed in your record with the VA. They don't do that in the Army. They just send you out the door and say, get fucked. Go knock that out tomorrow, and then I don't know what I'm doing the rest of the weekend. Just gonna hang out. But all our politicians are big on support the troops. Yeah, they are. And every politician I met was super nice and really supported us. So yeah. I know that there are some politicians who are for Ukraine, you know, joining NATO and for us to send troops over there, right? But we just, you know, because of politicians, once again proving we need to start having fun, I picked up what you were putting down. I just had to control what I was about to say because... Well, because I don't want to get booted off all the platforms I'm on. Is that what it was now? So here's how to support troops. Don't send them to play war in dangerous war zones for no reason, right? This is a family-friendly stream. Sometimes we say fuck. I mean, I try to keep it that way as much as possible. You know, sometimes topics come up that aren't necessarily what I'd talk about, and I realize that, yeah, okay, talking about my day, my week, or my weekend may not be the most exciting thing, but you know, talking to you guys is fun, and sometimes the chat gets rolling, and it can be a really fun time. But yeah, definitely try to keep it PG-13, maybe, you know? Who's the guy? Red Green? Red Green is a comedian who I don't think he swore. He's just this real jovial guy who told stories, and they were always hilarious, and they always, you know, like they had a subtle punchline, and it's like, I want to be more that style of entertainment. Or Bob Ross, right? I'm not a fan of PBS, but Bob Ross was on there for when I was growing up, and you know, he didn't sit there and, why don't you go ahead and paint this little fucking tree right here, god damn it. So if I can be, I swear a shit ton in like, once you get to know me. Right. If you can't be handsome, be handy. That's funny. Like, if there's ever, you know, if we're ever hanging out and I'm dropping F-bombs left and right, and, you know, my sentences are just chock full of swear words, that's because that's how I actually talk. It's a struggle not to just shit here. It's a struggle not to just shit here. And, yeah, it's a struggle not to just sit here. You know, and keep my language in check. And I can, you know, I think it's because I spend 90% of my time alone and I'm constantly swearing at shit. So it's like, I'm just by myself. It's just me. Oh, you asked, is he the one who said, if you can't be handsome, be handy? Red Green or Afro Man? I just said his name 5 seconds ago. The painter. Bob Ross. Thank you for keeping your bowels under control on the stream. You're welcome. That was funny. Well, I mean, I got a kick out of it. I hope everyone else did too. Yeah, I think Red Green may have been the guy to say that. I honestly don't know. It sounds like something he would say. I just remember one of his shows, watching him make a barbecue grill out of water pipe, shower heads, and 2 bathtubs, like one over the top of the other, like 2 cast iron bathtubs. And he like duct taped everything together. It was pretty funny. Alright, is that? No, I'm missing something here. I'm missing an edge somewhere. And those are... Right. Are they? Hang on. Something's not right. Okay. I'm missing one more row. That should fix it. Come on. Oh, you know what happened to me today? I went to go and take a nap after lunch, and I laid down on my couch, rested my head, because I get sleepy after lunch, and I set my alarm, and I woke up, and it felt like I had laid down as quickly as I had, you know, or it felt like I had woken up as quickly as I had laid down, right? But then I thought it had only been like 5 minutes. And I go and I look at my timer, because I had the timer set because I needed to be up by a certain time. And I had only been asleep for 15 minutes, which normally 15-minute nap, you know, leaves me nice and refreshed, and I feel like I've taken a 15-minute nap, but this only felt like 2 or 3 minutes. And I felt really, really robbed of my nap, because I didn't perceive it to be as long as it actually was. So that was weird, because normally a little 15-20 minute nap feels like a 15-20 minute nap, but not today. All right. I felt robbed, I tell you. Man, this thing's looking so good. I love it. 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 Come on. Oh, yeah. Boom. There it is. That right there. It's finally at 11 rows. 11 by 11 that's a nice size for a jelly cube. 9 is okay, but 11, once you get to this size, this is like where it really starts getting good. Look at what I made. Look it. It does the wibble wobble. All right. Now this is the part where you get to like add Shibu. This is the part where when you start adding layers, right, they start taking longer and longer and longer. And like next thing you know, you're spending an hour just on one side. It's a good size. Come on, there we go. Throw those away. I need to empty that trash can. Alrighty, guys. So it is Thursday. I will not be on tomorrow night. I won't be back until Sunday. So enjoy your weekend, everybody. I will try to get some stuff done over the weekend. I may pop on for a strange or an oddly timed stream, depending on what me and the family are doing. We'll see how that goes. It's looking like I'm going to be ordering more of these here pretty soon. Some more 18 gauge 1/8 rings. They're perfect for a jelly cube. They really are. In the meantime, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate all your comments and commentary and just, you know, just being here and being you. Alright? You guys all have a lovely evening. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Don't end up in jail. And I will see you back here bright and early Sunday night at 9 p.m. Alright? You guys have a wonderful evening. And as soon as I find my button, I need to hotkey this button. There we go. That's what I should do, because I struggle to find it. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.